Shadows of the battlefield, a Union man stands tall. Silent assassin in the night, heed the reaper's call. Siding strides, a tiefling, holy fire in his eyes. Paladin of dark and light, beneath the blood-red skies. Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell to make you right. Save hell, save the multiverse, break the chains, reverse the curse, and the fire in the flame. Three heroes rise to win the game. An Aasimar of ancient lore, wizard of the plains, with spells that rend reality and magic that's insane. They march into the abyss where angels fear to tread. To save the realms of all we know, we walk among the dead. Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell to make you right. Save hell, save the multiverse, break the chains, reverse the curse, and the fire in the flame. Three heroes rise to win the game.
Welcome to the second episode of our Castles and Crusades Planescape game, Save Hell. My name's DM Steve, and we're the Dicks in the Dark. And if you like Castles and Crusades, Planescape, or just a bunch of guys playing TTRPGs, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe and ring that bell so that you don't miss any of this awesome new campaign. Share this video and leave us a comment down below to let us know how we're doing. Here we go. Save Hell, Episode 2. When we last left off, you had just made a deal with some sort of fiendish figure. Once you signed the paper, chairs disappeared. The scroll, a map that you requested, appeared on the table. You took the map, found out that it was a very simple linear map, searched the room, discovered the scrawl on the floorboard or the baseboard near the floor in the wood paneling. A blizzard precedes the ultimate fall. The second of such messages that you've gotten. And now you sit here in this wood-paneled room. There is a new door.
Well, I'm sure my mother would not be happy to hear, but desperate times call for desperate measures, and I suppose we should now make our way. Aepheus is going to walk over to the door and open it if it is so simple to do so.
Okay. You walk over to the door and you go to check it. Are you going to do any kind of searching or anything like that with the door, or you just pulling it open if it pulls open, and it does pull towards you, like it opens inward.
Hold on, friend. Let me listen at this place. Let me listen through this. Gosh, I'm done already.
Get some coffee in you, Dan.
Oh, I've already had that. Like I said, I'm just not feeling that great. But let me see if there's anything on the other side.
Feel
Okay.
free.
Oh, I have to hit this input value thing. Is it
So-
over or under in this game again?
It's over.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
It's always high in D20 style games.
All right, good.
So Reginald puts his ear to the door and he begins to listen. It's quiet for a moment, and then you hear like a whooshing sound, like a quick whooshing sound, and it like stops. Then you hear it again, and there's
Does it
something rhythmic.
does it sound mechanical?
Possibly. There's something possibly rhythmic, possibly mechanical. There's a whoosh, and then kind of beyond or behind the whoosh, just faintly you can hear other sounds, like almost like clicking or cracking, but it's all very, it's almost like a song.
I was gonna
It's
say,
weird.
does it sound organic or not non-organic?
Probably not organic. Though some of it sound, I mean, it depends on what you mean by organic. Obviously, the whooshing of the wind, wind is organic, but is the
Well,
thing that's causing the whooshing the clicks and the cracks? Maybe it sounds like a combination. It's like a and it's like the same over and over.
Does
so
it sound like it's coming from inside the door or beyond?
Beyond.
I don't know, boys. I think there might be a machine behind this door.
Machine. You think there's some sort of trap?
You know, like a diesel engine. I've confused them completely at this
Diesel
point.
engine.
Yeah,
Well, any
you boys don't have trains where you from?
trains. I have been trained by my mentor for many years, if that's what you mean.
No, I mean a locomotive.
You've lost me again, friend. Regardless, if there's something behind the door and you want to be cautious with opening it, I more than feel free. I'll step back.
Hmm. The door opens towards us.
Yeah. There's a because this room was kind of like an office, it still kind of looks like it's like almost like an office door. It
Mm-hmm.
looks like a door. It's actually a very familiar looking door, more to Reg than to anybody else. Because it almost looks like a door that you'd see in like in a house.
Hmm. Does it have a keyhole?
It does.
Can I look through the keyhole?
Sure. Look through the keyhole. Go ahead and make like a notice, so like an intelligence check, I guess, maybe is the best, probably the best way to do that.
Let's see if I've got anything particular. No. Okay. Intelligence. Where is that? There it is. Oh, wow.
You're squinting hard, you've got your hands kind of cupped over your eyes to block out any light coming from behind you, and you got one eye pressed real hard up to that keyhole. Amazingly, you can kind of see a little bit in there. And, well, because you are looking through a keyhole, it is a little bit difficult. But you are thinking that there is possibly some kind of machine back there. You're definitely seeing what look to be pieces, some kind of, you're not sure if they're pillars or what. They don't go all the way to the ceiling, but they seem to be filling the room. And then in between them you see like there's like a swinging pendulum at one point. You're not sure how far into the room, but there's kind of things happening in this room. Again, it's blurry because you're like, you're like right up in this keyhole, but as best you can tell, that's the the whooshing is the thing kind of going back and forth rhythmically, and there's other movements, and there's kind of like sparking and light, and but it's
Okay.
hard to see because it's, again, keyhole.
Now, can I refocus while I'm doing that? And then focus in on what's inside the lock mechanism?
Go ahead and make another intelligence check. See if you can get your eyes to do what you want it to do.
Ah, nah, not this time.
The movement and the absence of light and everything, once you try, like, it's just too dark in the actual keyhole to really focus on anything in the keyhole.
Okay.
And now your eyes are kind of blurry and goofed because
Right.
you were looking through the keyhole and really concentrating on depth in the room.
Right. Looking to see something here.
What are the other fellas doing? Just kind of standing back?
Yeah, I'm not too sure how to assist you with this. With maybe just patch on the back, say, do you think you can figure out this thing? I can't really help you, but I'm pretty sure you can. You look like you can do it.
There's something beyond this door. It looks. I ain't never seen anything that looked like it before. But I guess if it's the only way forward, we got to do it.
Hmm.
It's definitely some sort of machine.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to handle it. I mean, it's just a machine.
If it's too much trouble, we can just ignore it and just go past it, right?
I don't think so. So Reg is going to stand up. He's going to open the door.
Okay. Reg stands up and puts his hand on the handle, turns it, and pulls. When he opens the door, there's a hot rush of air, and the sounds, of course, become much larger. You see that there's actually a bit of a corridor, and then the corridor opens up into a large room. It is in the large room that you see the swinging, but you also see some other things. What you thought were pillars that didn't reach the ceiling possibly are actually, in fact, figures, but they're standing completely still. It's possible that they're just some sort of statues, but you see some figures and then some kind of machinery, and then some figures and then some kind of machinery. But you have to circumvent this short hallway before.
Does it seem to me like it's running on Steam? Is it Steam powered? Or
It's
can I
hot, maybe. Maybe. Make an intelligence check.
excuse me.
Oh.
Nope. It's almost there.
Yeah, you're not sure. Not sure what this is running on. Steam? Maybe. Um, then again, the hot might just be the fact that practically everything in here that you've dealt with so far has just been this kind of awful, kind of infernal experience. So it
So,
could be just that.
so how big is the room? Tall, wide, long?
So once you've gone through just this very short little, like, it's maybe not even 5 foot corridor, the room opens up, and the room is actually quite large. In fact, it's almost as big as the very big room that you ran through that had the jets and the fire imps. It's not quite that big, but almost. It's pretty good size.
Well, I don't mind taking the lead, fellas. I'll go in. Because I assume we all haven't stepped through that passageway yet.
No, no, you're just kind of standing. He opened the door. You're kind of standing, looking into the door. So
So
Yeah.
there
yeah,
is like, so there is like an alcove though, right?
yeah, like I said, there's like maybe about a 5 foot little alcove before
Brick?
kind of a no, it's like stone, kind of weird stone. And then there's a like the rest of this place has been, and then there's kind of an archway that opens up into a larger room.
Where's the, or do you roll that search? Do we roll that or do you roll that on this one? Searching this alcove.
Oh, searching is just like an intelligence check, basically. It's just like a notice thing. So yeah, if you want to, isn't that right? Or am I wrong about that?
I can't remember. I don't
I don't
I'm
know.
see it
You're the
on here.
DM.
I
It
know I'm pretty sure
it is
that's
one on on other character sheets. I don't see it on this one.
yeah, I'm almost positive it is with Castles and Crusades. It is just an intelligence check.
Okay.
Because again, Castles and Crusades very pretty
Right.
basic system. It's one
Mhm.
of the reasons why I chose it because it's kind of close to second edition, but yeah, so
I did
that's
roll.
just gonna be an intelligence check.
I
Okay.
rolled that. I'm searching this alcove
This little
because
alcove.
because it seems like there are things everywhere.
Right. You search this alcove and yes, you did. You searched the alcove and once again, you found a little it looks like a little opening in the or a little just some seams like a little opening, but not like a big enough to be a door. Almost just like a little trap door. Maybe big
What
enough for a gnome to crawl into, like a doggy door.
what's a gnome?
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, so I
Like a
guess
doggy door.
Reg is gonna like see this. Help me with this. He's gonna try
Uh,
to. Does it seem like it pushes or can I get my fingers into it to pull it out?
You might be able to get your fingers into it to pull it out.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, you struggle for a little bit, and then you kind of pop this rock off. And inside, you see a potion.
Hmm. I think this might be your Aepheus. This might be your uh
My what?
this might be your the word is completely gone from my brain.
Your purview.
Yeah, this might be your purview.
Ah, for me.
So
Uh,
I hold a potion up to him.
sure. I'll take that. Thank you.
You take the potion, and it looks like it is another resist fire.
Mm. Yes, I expect this to be quite handy if we were to make it out of here alive. Good job. Well done finding it. Uh, Now, what do we do about this room? You seem to be familiar with machinery where you're from. Do you recognize or perhaps understand what's going on here?
I don't recognize any of this damn shit, do I?
No, and now that you've kind of come into this alcove and you're standing right at the opening to this room, what you can see is that there are the first thing that you see is that there are these spears coming up from the floor, kind of like
Yeah.
this.
Sure.
And just behind those spears, because they're thin, you can kind of easily see behind them. You see two figures that look like possibly some sort of small winged demons, but they're made of some sort of stone, possibly onyx, like a dark or a black stone. Beyond them is this swinging pendulum. And then you think you see two more figures, statues. Then there's some more movement after that, and then possibly two more figures before you see at the end of the room a door.
I can tell
Oh.
you, I've never seen anything like that where I'm from.
uh,
But,
it's Wipeout, but deadly.
but, if these things are moving like this, I wonder if there's a way to jam them. How much space is there before we get to the first obstacle?
Before the first obstacle, there's maybe about 5 foot. So between the alcove where you're currently standing and the line of spears, yeah, maybe about 5 feet.
There's the table still in that room, though, too, right?
The table remained. The chairs disappeared, but the table did remain.
Hold on, boys. I'm going to walk back into that room, and I want to see how heavy this table is.
This table is a thick oak. It's like heavy. It is a
But,
nice.
but wait a minute. Even if it's heavy, if I give it a little shove, does it move? Is it attached?
It's not attached. No. It's very heavy. It's like a heavy oak. It's almost like a desk,
So,
right? Because you were kind of sitting at it. It's almost like an arbitration
Mhm.
type table, right? Because it's like kind of a table where really only like a couple people can kind of sit around it, but it's very thick and heavy. It's like an finished oak table.
so gentlemen, I'm going to need you to help me move this table. We're going to throw it onto those spearing things that are coming up out of the ground. Might stop them.
Ah, I'll try to help, but as you can see, strength isn't exactly my forte. But good thinking.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
slap. I'm gonna slap. Slap Grundy on the back. You look like you got some muscles. Come on and help me.
I like bounce forward a little bit. Oh, all right.
He
I'm down,
bounces
Melinda.
forward. You guys like.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it's
You-
not. We'll see.
Well, all right. So how are you going to do this?
Okay.
Grab a
So
corner, chuck it in.
yeah, the first thing we're gonna do is see if we can pick it up and just move it through the door.
Okay. So go ahead and where are you, like, are we going to are we doing like somebody on each end?
Yeah, I
and
think
then
so.
and then like
Is it
Aepheus
a
in the middle, kind of like
is it
pretending to hold.
is it a long table, or is it an is it an equa?
Yeah, it's kind of long and thin.
Okay, good. Yeah. So yeah, on each of the shorter ends, and
Okay.
picking it up and trying to go through.
All right. So you guys pick up the table. I'm not gonna make you make strength checks because you both got it. You're adult,
Mhm.
males. You can lift a table, even though it is heavy. So you get it over to the door. Now here's the trick: getting the table through the door because it's a little bit wider than the door is wide. So you're gonna have to do one of those things where you like put it kind of up and like put like
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to like do some finagling.
Yeah.
Diagonal finagling through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Pivot. Pivot.
so in order to do this finagling, I'm going to make let's see how we want to do this.
Dex.
Um I'm gonna first of all, somebody needs to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Well, it's your plan, so I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say you do it because it's yeah. All right.
Almost.
Oh
So
man.
Reg is like trying to figure out how to get this through, and you're kind of like struggling for a minute. Obviously, um, Aepheus is watching this. Go ahead and make an intelligence check and see if you can maybe make some suggestions about how to get the table through the door.
Yeah, yeah. Let me do that. Oh, it's kind of hard to
Damn.
see.
Look at those scores. Look at those Look at those rolls.
Yeah, if I don't know.
Let's see.
Kind of awkward.
Brundy, he's a little bit more hands-on. Let's see if he can make a wisdom check to see if he can maybe, that's he's like
I've finagled some doors.
yeah, he's had to lift, you know.
I need to
Oh
go get some.
no.
I need to go get something off my porch real quick. I got a delivery and I don't want it sitting out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just hang on for a sec.
One short.
That's 3 in a row of one short.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
that's so
Did he
funny.
literally do a one short as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
God, that is hilarious.
Oh, I forgot. I had my racial ability move furniture.
Yeah, right.
I can only use it once per week, though.
All right, there we go. All right.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So Brandy is you guys, all three of you are trying to figure out how in the world to get this thing through. And at this point, the only thing that anybody can think of is to break off the legs because you can't figure out how to get this through the door otherwise. It's completely got you stumped. But
I
maybe
think
if you break off the legs, that's kind of like the the one solution.
Bernier's getting a little frustrated. He doesn't even ask. He just starts kicking the legs. Just like starts kicking the legs and like forcing it through.
Well, that's one way to do it.
So if you're just like kicking it and forcing it through, go ahead and make a strength check to see if you can kind of just bust these front legs off and just force this.
Oh no!
You're like trying to bust these legs off and just force it through like that, And when you try and do that, the whole kind of thing lurches forward, and then you bounce off the door, and everybody kind of loses control of the thing. The table bounces back. One of the legs actually just pops off when it hits the ground. So you got one of them off. But unfortunately, Brundy and Reggie both kind of like hit their butts on the floor, kind of fall back.
Well, I guess now we're equal in that regard.
So Reg is going to pick up the broken leg.
Okay.
Where did it break from? The top of the table?
The top, yeah.
So I've got a pretty good
Yeah,
solid
you've
piece
got
of-
a full
I've-
leg, a full table
Okay.
leg.
Okay, good. Because I'm going to I'm going to take that full table leg and I'm going to start wailing on the other legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin to wail on these other two legs, and
Do I need to
you
make
wail for a while. I'm gonna say, okay, yeah. It doesn't take too long. Now that the table's all kind of busted up and everything, after a few minutes, you're able to like break all four legs off. So now you
Okay.
have all four. They're not perfect. Some of them are kind of half broken, but you can get them. You can get the table through the door at the very least now.
Okay. So maneuver the table through the door.
Okay.
Get it to the point where the 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 spears are coming up through,
Okay.
and just like pick it up and let it drop down on where those spears are going to go. Does
Long
that
ways
long
tall.
long ways tall?
Okay. So that it just
Boom.
breaks. Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you drag it through. I assume Brundy's still helping with this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You drag it through, and you kind of put it up on its edge, and you just drop it forward, right? You
Yeah.
don't even just
Mm-hmm.
let the weight go. Okay.
Yeah. There's really no. I mean, yeah.
Right. Okay. So the the table falls. It breaks about four of the spears as they're coming up. They're like maybe about halfway up. So it breaks about four of the spears as they're halfway up. And now it's kind of going in this one spot because there's still bits of broken spear kind of putting the
Oh,
door up,
but
but
but that's what I'm wondering.
or
So
the table.
it's the spears are that strong. You're
Yes.
saying that it's a heavy table, even with the
It is a
legs off.
heavy table. And when you let it fall, it the spears were about halfway up.
Mm-hmm.
So it because you guys didn't really time it. You didn't tell me you timed it. You just kind of put it up and let it fall.
Yeah.
So
Right.
your timing was pretty decent. It came about halfway up and then broke those off. So then there's about half the spear, which is maybe about 2.5 feet it's still under the door that's kind of pushing the door, or I keep saying door, but
Oh, yeah. The
table,
Table.
pushing the table up.
but it's probably going to allow us to cross.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, how deep does it? How deep do these spears go?
They're about
I know
person height when they're full.
depth up and down, but like forward to back. Like how many rows of spears are there that we have to cross?
Oh, it's just a single row.
Oh, it's just then okay.
But
Yeah, just
they're coming up like really fast. Like they're going shush shush shush, and they're like it's kind of staggered. They're pretty weird, but yeah, it's really only one row. So you kind of
yeah.
have this one spot where there's no spears. It's just kind of the table kind of flipping around on them.
How about we just try to jump over where the table is now? I think we can make it.
Yeah, so Reg is just gonna try. He's just gonna try to leap over.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. Yeah, you you leap over. You in fact you don't even touch the table. You're able to clear kind of the whole thing and jump over to the other side.
Okay.
I will attempt to follow suit right behind Reggie.
Okay. Dexterity check for you. You go to jump and you kind of like hit on the thing. It makes you it like kind of bumps you, and it does bump you forward. You don't take any damage. You kind of just trip on the thing and bump forward. The problem is that when you go forward, you go farther than you intended. You kind of trip forward past Reg and right in between the two kind of weird statuey figures. And as soon as that happens,
Mm.
It's an issue.
those figures they spring to life, and it is initiative.
Oh, there's the initiative.
All right. So you guys have rolled.
Okay, before we get into this, I need a um I need is club 1d6 or 1d4?
Club. Oh, yeah, because you have the
Yeah.
the table
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
find out here real quick. Um, is 1d6 plus 1.
nice.
Wow.
That's better than what the heck?
Wow. That's crazy.
Break off a table leg better than my pro bill?
I'm like, what?
Okay.
That's like it's better than my dagger.
I guess also range 10 feet if you throw the damn thing.
That's funny.
Oh, that is kind of hilarious. All right, so Brunyr tumbles forward, trips kind of right between these two figures. They're these they're smaller than you. They're almost this onyx, at least at first, and they have these little wings. And as soon as you get in the kind of trip in the middle of them, you kind of hear from each shot of you this hiss, and they come alive. And of course, everybody else sees this as well. It's your turn
Well, if I haven't
because you didn't
immediately
fumble.
didn't immediately get attacked, I mean, I'd grab, bring up my shield, grab my crowbill. Hey there, fellers. How's it going? We're just trying to pass through.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're talking.
All right. um. I probably waste my whole turn on that then.
Yeah, if you had to get your get your stuff out, then that probably was that. Aepheus.
Aepheus was fully expecting these things to actually be animate demons, so he's casting off magic missile. Where is that?
Um,
Roll? I don't know if info. How do I cast this correctly?
Aha. Let's see. Um. So I don't think you have it set up right because the rolling is weird.
Rolling definitely was weird. I'll
Yeah,
just do
that
it this way.
definitely did not. So missile deals 1d4 1d4 plus 1 points of damage. So essentially, yeah, it's just like standard magic missile. 1d4 plus 1 automatically hits its target. There are two targets, one on the right and one on the left. Ooh,
Nice. When in doubt, left it out.
all right. So you fire a missile over to the one to the left, and that one is hit. And as soon as it hit, the missile hits it as it's still kind of turning from stone into flesh. And when it hits it, it kind of shatters it apart. And the one on the left is destroyed.
Oh, nice.
Reginald is up, surprised by this crazy turn of events.
Yeah, Reginald was not expecting these statues to come to life because that doesn't happen in his world. But boy, oh boy, he's just got this table leg and he's just going to start wailing on this damn thing.
Wailing the shit out of guys.
Wailing the shit out of guys. So,
Hmm. All right. So, Reg takes the table leg, swings it over, hits the other one, also as it's kind of changing, and kind of whacks it to the ground. Now, he doesn't destroy it. As it hits the ground, it kind of, you see it change to flesh and bounce back up, but you definitely feel like you injured it in some way. And in fact, as it bounces back up,
yeah, it probably doesn't like me very much at this point.
yeah, it goes towards Reginald, but he's able to kind of dodge out of the way, and this thing doesn't hit him, and that means it's initiative again. And it got the exact same initiative last time. And Aepheus is again up. Now, remember, he hasn't crossed over yet, so he's still got the
Yeah.
door and the things, or not the table and the
Well, don't you still have another
speary
missile?
things.
Do I?
Isn't it two? You did say two magic missiles.
No, he only has one per spell, first level.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I'm out of that. I suppose I will take the opportunity to kind
Hop
of
across.
hop across. So I guess that is a dex check.
Mhm.
Oh, pain.
So you also kind of trip on the thing a little bit. It's a little bit tough to get over, and you also kind of stumble over to the side. Go ahead and roll another dex check. Okay. You stumble, but once you get over to the other side, you're able to catch yourself from falling. or from slamming into either of the other two. So you've made it over, but you're not able to do anything else because you're all, you know,
Sure.
even though it was
Just
a couple feet, you got all jumbled up. But Brundy's up.
All right. If it is still within melee range, I'm just doing a melee swing on it.
Oh yeah, it's right on the other side of you.
Nice big hook. Try to hook it with my crowbill.
Unfortunately, you swing and you whiff around this thing. It has bounced up and it is now kind of fluttering in the air. It is flying a little bit, but kind of poorly. It looks like Reg bashed one of the wings, kind of is messed up, so it's not able to fly very well. However, it is able to attack. And because Brundy attacked it, it lashes out towards him, but again, it misses. It kind of just wings right over him. Which brings us Reg.
Yeah, just continuing to just
Oh
just
yeah, that
just
thing
And
just continue just
is. Yeah.
just
with that, you just you batter up.
yep.
You just play some good old American baseball, and yeah, in fact, you bash it, and you like bash it so hard that you bash it into the pendulum,
Okay.
because that's the very next thing, is this like big giant pendulum, which now that the enemies are gone, you can see is a giant blade, almost like
Like an axe.
the pirate ship. Yeah,
Hmm.
just going like this. And it's kind of going zhoosh, zhoosh, zhoosh. It's kind of like going like pretty fast, and there's like a split moment in the middle where you could possibly slip past, but if you mess up, it wouldn't
So
be good.
so what does it look like on this? Where is it coming from the ceiling?
So when you look up, the ceiling in this room is maybe about 20 foot high or 25 foot high. The pendulum is attached to some kind of chain on the ceiling, and you can see that there's actually like a line across the ceiling, like a slit across the ceiling where the chain, to allow it to swing. Does that make sense? Okay. So there is kind of like a hole in the ceiling that is like long and thin that allows the chain to kind of swing the pendulum back and forth like that. There is one other thing that you notice. Hanging from the ceiling are bundles of something. You see 6 of them, and they look like they're like hanging from hooks. And there's like a rope that comes maybe down about 5 feet, and then there's this kind of nasty person-sized bundle.
Ew.
Hmm.
Okay. So Reg thinks first that maybe we can use the table to
The
stop
great table solve.
to stop the pendulum.
Oh, we're carrying this table through the whole dungeon.
Till the end of the campaign.
So what I'm thinking is, instead of dropping it, is that we set it up on its side and then push it from the back through so that the pendulum will just will hit it like this. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's gonna slice that table right now.
Oh, for sure.
Probably so. But it's the only thing that it's the only thing that Reg can think to do.
Does he explain the plan to the others?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Certainly something to consider. I want to look around first. Perhaps there's something we could find that's maybe useful, maybe deal with the mechanism, make it stop somehow.
How close to the ground is the pendulum?
Super close. I mean, it's like there's maybe almost to the ground.
So the
Yeah,
other
like
option,
duck and roll under.
the other option is instead of trying to wedge the pendulum, is to try to hit the pendulum dead on with the table and
And stop its swing. Yeah.
push the pendulum out, right? Because there is a third option.
Just walk by.
The third option is to go back and get one of those table legs and Reg try to climb up the wall and jam the chain from above. So those are the three options that Reg gives.
These all sound incredibly precarious.
I feel like I'm missing something. This is a big pendulum? Like, how big is the arc? Like in seconds? Is it more like a second for a swing?
Yeah, it goes. So there's like there's a little bit of time, but here's the thing: if you mess up, if you don't time it just perfectly, the pendulum is huge.
Okay.
So it's like the pendulum itself.
Oh wait,
It's a giant blade. It looks like a giant axe blade, and it looks like it's several hundred pounds.
how
Okay.
wide is the room?
Yeah, this is actually, I'm about to do some jackass shit right here.
Because how wide is
The
the room?
corner.
Is the pendulum going into the wall on each side?
The pendulum is actually going close to the wall. There are spaces on the sides
Oh, that
where
doesn't hit.
You
if
can just
you get down,
you can inchworm through the corners.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking right here.
you might be able to inch if you're just thin enough.
So what is it not hitting the wall? Or is it going into the wall? Is what I'm asking. Because this pendulum's got to swing it's got to
Right.
swing. So is that how wide the room is? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's not hitting the wall. It's coming like right up to the edge of the wall, and for some reason it's not. It's maybe like a again, just like the bottom, like 2 centimeters. It's almost like that. The same thing is on the edge of the wall. It's like maybe going to about 2 centimeters and then immediately swinging back, like almost like it's hitting an invisible something that's pushing it back. But yes, you are correct in that the edges of the room, the corners, there does appear to be a little bit of space, but again, it might be tough. You've got gear and stuff, you might have to figure that out. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to search first.
Okay. That's reasonable. Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
No.
I will also, if I see him starting to search, I will also start to search.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything, at least in this immediate section, that's jumping out at you.
So I'm going to take the broken off table leg. And over in the corner here where you described it, essentially looks like it's hitting something before immediately jumping back in the other direction. I'm going to like wave the table leg in there to see if there's some kind of invisible wall or something.
So you kind of put the table leg over into this section where, like I said, there's maybe, it's not even, like I said, not even an inch. It goes almost to the wall. When you put the table leg there, you're able to hit the wall with the table leg, so there's nothing there. But as you're doing that, the pendulum swings back, and obviously the table leg, it's a little bit more than an inch thick. So it goes and it cuts off the edge of your leg and goes
Yeah.
and it kind of startles you. You realize the force is pretty good. Now you have like half a table leg.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing physically there stopping it.
It's just the mechanism of how it works. Just
As
got
far
it.
as you can tell. Hell, it could even be magic, but you know.
Mm. Well,
I like the table idea so far.
So there's nothing stopping us just going over and grabbing that table and just pulling it across, right?
It is
No,
on the
no, because it's just kind of, it's still kind of flopping up and down on
Yeah.
the things. Yeah, you can just kind of, if somebody grabs it and pulls it across, then yeah, you'll have it.
So gonna stand it up on its side, long way,
Okay.
short ways, right?
Short ways, okay.
So it's not standing tall, it's standing wide.
Right.
I'm gonna get behind it, get it right up to where the pendulum is, and as soon as I can, I'm gonna try to time it so that when the pendulum is like right near at its lowest point, I'm gonna push it into it, and I'm gonna ask Brundy to help me push so we have a good bit of force, so we can push it into this thing and see if we can arrest its motion.
Aepheus isn't so convinced, and he's standing back and watching this.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and I'm gonna say that's gonna be almost like an attack roll for you. I'm gonna have you just roll a d20, and it's basically gonna be like an attack roll. And then I'm gonna have Brundy, as long as your attack roll is successful, I'm gonna have Brundy roll a strength check to see if he, to give a little extra.
Sick.
Well, there's that.
Oh my!
Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check for Brunyr.
Ah,
So the strength, you don't get too much extra strength, but Reginald, he's like looking, he's like eyeing it. The thing's coming. He's eyeing it. He's eyeing it. As soon as it's right, and he's pushes it, and oh yes, it flies back, and it actually, you hear this like wrenching of metal, and it busts off the chain, and it collides with the two statues that are just behind it.
there it is.
Oh shit!
There it is. There it is.
And both of them shatter. The whole kind of room shakes. Excuse me. The thing falls onto the ground. It kind of hits them, kind of falls into the ground. There's like a big crack in the ground. Those things are messed up.
Boys, we're taking this table with us the whole way.
Wow.
the table is amazingly, because it hit it right on the flat of it, right on the side, the table is amazingly undamaged. I mean, other than it's got the legs broken off. It's
Yeah.
scuffed and stuff.
Yeah.
But the table itself didn't crack or break or anything. It's still, the top of it is whole. So now you've got the big axe thing, the big pendulum thing there. It's busted the two statues. They're kind of pieces of them are lying around. And then there is one last thing. But now that the pendulum is gone, the statues are broken, and you're kind of like seeing it, you're kind of like, what the hell is even happening with this? It looks like these almost like pieces of straw are like floating in the air, and they're like kind of like going like this, but it's like almost like a wall of them, and they look like pieces of straw or like little needles or something, and they're just, and it's almost like this weird blur.
Um, is there a chunk of the statue, any of the statues that just broke that I could like toss at it?
Yeah, there's like a, maybe a baseball sized
I'll do a
chunk of,
slow like softball toss, trying to get it
kind
to
of
like.
underhand to
Yep.
to try and hit.
Assuming there's something there, yeah.
Um, roll a d20.
Nice.
You throw it right through the middle of this kind of weird field of needles. And when you do it, you actually you hit one, and it kind of like, it goes ting 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 ting, and it like falls to the ground, and kind of like, as the rock hits the ground, the needle also hits the ground, and it almost sounds like hollow metal. It almost sounds like the shaft of an arrow.
Is it in a position where somebody can pick it up without getting hit?
Nah, it's on the other side now.
Maybe we break that door up here and block one side of where these needles are coming from.
It solved our problems thus far.
I mean,
Might as well try.
why else
Well-
would that demon have given us the table if we weren't supposed to use it?
True.
The table is
Table
the
is the
true
greatest
boon. You got this phoenix feather, you got some crappy map, but the table is actually the thing that this the fiend gifted to you, that is the most useful thing from that room. That's hilarious.
I can see the fiend
I
right
love
now.
it.
The fiend right now just going, how?
Okay,
right.
so which side are you gonna go to check out first? Left or right?
Left it is.
Yeah.
You walk over to the left, and as you thought, there is kind of a, almost like a seam, a hole on the wall, on the left wall. Now, when you're over there, you can kind of tell that there's maybe about a foot underneath where there's not needles. So there's like maybe about a foot. If you were really, really super skinny, maybe you could crawl under, but nobody's quite that skinny. And it only goes maybe up to about 6 foot. And then there's no needles over top of that. So the seam on the wall is really only about 5 foot, about a foot off the ground.
And does it
So-
look like they're all going the same direction? Like they're coming from the left and going right, or can we tell?
It's really hard to tell. Make an intelligence check. They're kind of blurry the way they're coming out or going in. It's hard to say. Really, really concentrate, and it actually, even though there's a bit of an optical illusion, it looks like maybe all of them are coming out of this left slot.
Perfect. Block the left slot.
So we put the table up on its end and push it over the slot.
Okay. Pull the table up. You push it over the slot, and you hear. And obviously, there's things hitting, but the field is gone. And as soon as the field is gone, the statues on the other side, well, they leap
Oh.
into action.
Oh,
And
there
it's
are stat-
initiative
oh,
because
there's-
there's no field anymore.
There are no there are statues on the other side of the field too. I didn't
There's
realize.
2 more. Yeah.
Okay.
2 more statues before the door.
Okay.
So as soon as the
Sheesh.
woo, shoot.
Damn.
Right. That is ridiculous. I am rolling on an actual dice, a Timu D10, by the way, and these statue creatures have gotten a 4 initiative every single time.
Timu.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's
You
clearly
dice.
this die is favoring 4. But with that said, Aepheus is up.
Without missing a beat, as soon as the field goes down, I'm making my way to the other side. So I'm leaping past the barricade we've set up. And I guess I'm using my staff as my weapon, I suppose.
All right. Whip out your staff and whip it around.
Nice.
Nice. Left or right one?
Left. Gotta go left.
You go left. You smack the one on the left, beating it. It's not dead, but it looks pretty jacked up. Of course. Brundy and Reg up before it because it got a 4.
Crossing the field, going to the one on the right. You didn't? Did you destroy the one on the left? You did not.
The one on the left is damaged but not dead.
Then I will. Okay, I'll also stick to the one on the left. Trying the same hook move as before with my crowbill.
Okay. Swing around to try and hook it, but it's fluttering around. Even though it's injured, it's able to dodge out of your grasp. Reg. Same one on the left or the other one?
The other one. These boys are taking care of this one. I'm going to take care of the other one. So I'm jumping across and hitting the one on the right.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, so all right. As the other 2 jump over and start hitting, Reg, he's there with the table. He goes to jump across, but as he does, it dislodges the table, kind of whacks him in the back. He doesn't get hit by the needles. Now, the field does start again. The table does fall to your side, but the table whacks him in the back of the head. He falls down face first and drops his club.
Okay.
So now Reg is face first in the ground. Club is probably about 5 feet rolling in front of him, and the door has just clattered down to the
Table.
or I keep saying door. Table. The table has clattered down to the floor. In my mind, because I
'Cause we've-
swear,
Well, no, we did it with a door once too.
I swear you've done this something similar with a door
Oh, for
once.
sure.
And the table is kind of door shaped because it is a little bit longer. So in my mind I keep thinking door, but
No,
definitely.
we did it with we did it over on the one game with Sarducci and all them. We used a
I
door in
think
that.
so.
We
Yeah,
used a door
yeah.
in that game. Yeah.
Which makes the most sense because
Mhm.
yeah, right. All right. So the creature is going to take the opportunity. Reg is on the ground to strike at him. Amazingly, how does not hit. Reg rolls out of the way. The other one that is injured. Let's see, Brundy or Aepheus. Looks like Brundy. It attacks Brundy, and for the first time, it actually hits him. And psst, Brundy only receives 2 damage. He gets clawed. Some claws rake across his chest. Ah!
When did you know?
And it's initiative.
Actually, quick question: would these things happen to be evil?
These things are very evil.
Then did you calculate my armor class as a +2 since I have divine aura?
I did not. You are not hit.
You're actually not clawed.
You are actually not, in fact.
And actually,
Yes.
because if they try to attack me with a natural weapon or themselves, it is repelled if they are evil.
Oh.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Okay, so then, in fact, you're clawed, but don't receive any damage. Your holy that paladinal light. I don't know what I just said there.
I don't
Repels.
Lydian.
Yes, repels this evil creature. It kind of gets rebuked back from you. So yeah, yeah,
Sick.
yeah. You kind of recoils against you as it nearly touches you, and then I guess that would be initiative, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Isn't that where we are?
Yep.
Yep, yep. Not a 4. Dan.
I rolled right before he posted that, so my initiative is just above where.
Oh, gotcha. You already. I thought you got the
And
same
it's
thing you
it
got
it, it
last
is
time.
the same thing I got last time. So yes.
All right, then that means Aepheus is up.
Right. I look over and I see this creature attack Brunyr, and it's repelled back. And I take that as my sign to start swinging. Oh, not quite as
Oh
good as last
no.
time, though.
Woo! That would have been bad.
Yeah, well, and there was a 20 right there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, almost,
Almost.
but not quite. No, swing your staff, and unfortunately didn't hit. Now the creature goes once again. The one trying to attack Reg on the ground. That didn't work. This time it hit him. Ooh, for 4 damage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Is
Oh.
Reg unconscious?
Not quite. Red's is down to 1 hit point.
Oh. Now the other one, because Aepheus tried to swing at it, and it realizes that it can't touch Bruny. It attacks him, but it also gets a 2 and misses horribly. So Reg is up. So he's on the ground at the moment.
Okay. Is it close to me?
It is because it's swatting down at you.
Okay. I'm gonna try to kick it into the field.
Okay.
So I guess what
That's gonna be just probably roll a d20 and what is your strength?
12.
Okay, so no adjustment then. So yeah, it's just gonna be a d20.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm just gonna kick it into the field. Like I said, just gonna kick it right into the
Reg
field.
is down, and he does this like crazy like soccer kick, and just boom, whacks it. Now it does get a little bit of damage from that, but then it also flies right into the field, which is reactivated, and it goes, and it just gets spray. It just
Nice.
gets like annihilated in this flurry of needles, and then there's just this blood spray, and Bruny is up.
All right. Well, the one that just attacked me, prepare to be judged, and then I'll not do the hook attack, but still swing on it.
That does against
Miss.
evil creatures. Do you have any plus? Do you have or is it just?
No, it's just against armor class and saving throws.
Okay. So then you actually didn't hit.
Nope.
And then I guess it is initiative, possibly one last time. Unless this little guy gets really lucky. Or you guys
Damn.
just like totally crap out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at least Aepheus is first.
Yeah.
Can the wizard finish it off?
Can he do it? Oh!
No, you just
Oh, yeah. Little
Bam!
readjustment.
So Aepheus saw Reg do that baseball thing with the do that swing. He was like, "Wow, what was that swing?" So he wound up swing of his own, and man, you just like swatted it against the back wall onto the door and just like turned it into goo, and then it just like slides down the door.
Nice.
Or beside the door. And
is that it?
That's it. You are now
Whew.
face to face with the end of the room and a new door.
Well, fellas, that was exhilarating.
Reg is really hurt.
I'm quite impressed. Oh, yes, friend. Bandage for you. Have a bandage. How do I need to roll something or?
Did we already bandage?
We
someone?
did bandage once before because I had two
Mhm.
bandages.
Was it
Right.
on Reginald or was it me?
It was on Reg.
Okay.
Because Reg freaked out.
Oh, right, in that
We can't
first
bandage.
room.
Did my? I don't think I ever got to lay on hands in the first room, did I either? Because Reg wouldn't
so.
let me, right?
Well, he was also unconscious for a small amount of time.
No, I think you did. I think
did
you
to
did
revive him,
use
you're
your
right.
lay
You're
on
right.
hands because he was unconscious in the very, very beginning. Yeah.
That's what brought him back. You're right.
Yes. Yeah, so what will you do?
I'll use a bandage.
Okay. So you bandage Reg up a little bit. Go ahead and whoever's gonna do it, go ahead and either make an intelligence or a wisdom check.
Okay. Oh, that was
Oh
horrible.
my god.
That would
Rolled
have
It
been a
was right
right
on
fail.
that
off.
19. It just
Right
went
on that
nope.
19 to 3. At least it didn't go to the 1.
You're able to apply some just regular practical healing, and Reg is able to get 2 hit points back.
Okay. I'm at half now.
So
Sorry, friend. It's
now,
been a while since I've had to heal up my master, old Lord Archimethil Garrethes.
All right. Maybe we'll find some other thing in here. You guys have some weird shit here. Reg is gonna
I'm
he's
going
gonna
to
pick up his table leg and just be like, he's carrying that table leg. 'Cause boy, oh boy, that thing is amazing.
and the table.
mhm.
Now that we're at the end here, I'm going to search again.
Okay.
Maybe finding the next part of the cipher. Let's see.
While
Intelligence.
he's doing that,
You
I'm
search this end of the room, but despite your best efforts, even though you searched well, you didn't find anything in this space. Not even a little scrawl.
I am going to listen at the door then.
Okay. You put your ear to the door. Behind the door, you hear the crackling of a roaring fire. I would say that you feel heat, but this room is already very, very hot. So, the door being hot, everything is just kind of hot in here, and you're just kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, it's just kind of a what literally sounds like a raging fire,
Okay, I tell them that.
almost like a big forest fire or something.
Does this door have a keyhole?
This door also does have a keyhole, but this door is not like the other door where it's all, it's like a fancy office door. This door is more like a traditional a dungeon door where it's wood with metal banding, and it's
I'm just gonna try to look through the keyhole again.
okay. Go ahead and make another intelligence check to see if you were able to narrow your eye. This one,
Not this
yes.
time.
Nah. All you can really see is like it's really hot, so putting your eye up to it's like making it water and stuff, and all you can see is like a glow from behind.
There's definitely fire back there. Didn't you say those potions were something for fire protection?
Yes, this potion of fire resistance that you handed me. Uh, if the room beyond is indeed engulfed in flame, then I imagine it will be quite useful. In fact, it's probably more useful for either of you, given my lineage. neither the heat nor cold seems to bother me quite as much as it does the next of kin. Here, please.
Rich
Uh,
just looking at it. He's never taken a potion before. He
well,
doesn't
if
know
it's
what he doesn't know what to do with it. He hands it to Brunyr because he's like he wants to see one of you guys do this before he does. This is new. This
He's
is definitely new.
he's seen us drink potions already, though.
Has
Like
he?
we've taken healing potions. We just
Mhm.
yeah,
swig it.
yeah. Aepheus did. I didn't, but yes.
Oh, well, I did. Yeah.
Should we open the door before we do this?
Probably to at least know what we're dealing with. Before we do so, however, one moment, and Aepheus goes beside the wall where he's splattered that statue devil or whatever it is,
Mhm.
and he's going to collect a sample and put it in his vial. Does he perhaps uh, recognize what it was from his studies? Has he ever encountered a creature like that?
Make an intelligence check.
That +4 intelligence coming in big.
It's hard to say. You don't think that they were exactly, but when they turned to flesh, they almost seemed like winged manes, which are a low form of abyssal demon. But
Manes.
I believe that's the spelling, yes.
Hmm.
But they were winged, and they were, I don't, not exactly as they traditionally present, but that's what that's what you kind of thought.
Okay. Right. You know, must always take the opportunity for increasing your knowledge, taking advantage of the moment before you. Now, with the door.
Oh, one other thing before we go in there. If I tell you, either you two, to look away from the fire, do it just for a second. I have an ability, but I don't want to blind you. So just a heads up.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I, just if I tell you to look away from the fire, look away from the fire.
I saw your a glimpse of your abilities during our combat just now, and I must say, from the both of you, I'm quite impressed. So, if you say so, I will do as such.
Hi, my name is Cameron, and I play Aepheus Belamonti in our Planescape campaign, Save Hell. You're watching Dicks in the Dark.
Are you going to open the door?
I think the question I was about to ask before we took a break was, um, because I was right next to the door. How hot is the doorknob? Like, can I grab the doorknob? Can I actually cut?
Yes. It's warm, but you can grab it.
Okay, so
Mhm.
Reg is going to open the door.
Okay.
And it opens towards us, I would assume again?
Also towards you.
Okay.
Correct. All right. So Reg gonna open the door.
Get on the floor.
When you open the door, this chamber contains a narrow bridge over a pit of lava. The lava is shooting jets of fire up towards the bridge. It's maybe about 30 feet below, so there's kind of a chasm. The ceiling is about 30 feet above. The ceiling also looks like lava. It's also shooting jets of flame down. The bridge is very, very sketchy looking.
I was gonna say, is it wooden, metal,
It is a
or not wood?
wooden rope bridge that
Of
looks
course.
extremely old, and it goes all the way across this chamber, probably at least 20 feet. And at the end, there is no door, but simply a burning pentagram in the wall where a door would be directly on the other side of the bridge, just in the stone.
Maybe we ought to take a look at that map.
You want to take a look at your map?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to take a look at the map at this point. We need to see what the hell we're looking.
Okay.
What the hell?
So Aepheus takes the scroll. It's kind of like you only looked at it for like a brief moment. So like you really didn't even check it out that much. You kind of looked at it, put it back, and went on your way.
Mhm.
You unroll this map, and man, if it's not possibly the jankiest map that you have ever seen in your entire life.
Oh yeah.
It, in fact, it looks like
It was
this
done in 5
guy
minutes.
literally like scrawled it with a pen in like 30 seconds.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is that word? It's bridge. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay,
So
well, that
I
tells us
assume
that
that's
tells us
where
where
we're
we
at.
are. Yeah,
Mhm.
that tells us where we are.
And if you recall, the map did say bridge when you first looked at it. There was one kind of a hallway looking thing that was labeled as bridge.
Yeah.
It was the only label on the map.
Thanks, Nivelin.
Yeah, and
Really, really
it
helpful.
really looks like he just like hand scored. There's kind of like some ink blots on it and stuff. It's really poorly done. In fact, my rendering of it is maybe even nicer than it actually is.
Heh.
So, as you can see, it is just a straight line.
All right. Well, I don't think this table's going to get us out of this.
We should still bring it though. Might be useful later.
I'm like, how can we use the table?
We throw it down into the lava, jump down onto the table, paddle across. No, I'm joking.
You know, if it's a hefty table, it will catch fire, but it won't just immediately disintegrate from lava.
Yeah, but the three adult men on this table is gonna
It'll
see
be like a
Yeah.
Titanic
that
scene from
table is
hell.
just gonna go woof right down into the.
Hey, lava's pretty dense, man.
That's true.
Indeed.
The other thing about the bridge is because it's a rope bridge, it kind of like, it's like it dips.
Hmm.
It's got the dip. It's kind of
So when you say rope bridge, is it one of those bridges that's three ropes that are connected by side ropes? Do you like it's a
Makes
V?
the V.
No, it's not quite that bad. It does have wooden planks. So it's think Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's rope, rope, and then like bottom rope, and planks across. But the planks across are pretty janky wooden planks.
Okay.
So here's the thing: if we watch this for a little bit, none of the lava that's shooting anywhere is close to the bridge. Because if it would be, it would set it on fire.
It's kind of scorching it a little bit. I mean, it's getting kind of close. There's definitely ones from the ceiling that you think like, oh, I don't know, like it's weird. You think you could probably get across, assuming the bridge is okay. You think you might be able to get across without getting hit by the plumes, but the bridge looks pretty rough.
See, here's what I would say. If that bridge didn't look so janky, I'd be like, okay, gentlemen, we're going to take this table and we're going to put it over our heads. Because it's a long, thin table. So we could
Right.
go, and we could just go. And the
And
stuff.
it probably is about long enough that the three of you could just fit underneath of it.
I'd be afraid, though, because you say
The
this
extra
table
weight.
is heavy. I'm
Yeah.
afraid of the
It's
weight.
pretty heavy. Yeah,
I don't think the table's coming with this.
it's pretty heavy.
Unfortunately.
So you haven't even really, you just opened the door. You haven't even kind of really examined the bridge closely yet. Is anybody
So-
going to kind of step forward and actually examine
But
the bridge?
But that's the other question. Is there a ledge, then bridge, then ledge?
There's a little tiny bit of a ledge, yes. Maybe about 2 feet.
Ooh.
So if Reg walks into the room, just like steps, like takes a step in, does the ledge go all the way around?
No, the ledge does not go all the way around.
Okay. Okay.
And when Reg actually steps forward, he hears a voice. Only he hears it.
Excuse me.
It's a whisper, almost like somebody's right at the back of his neck, at the back of his ear. And he hears, "What is your resolve?"
Ah!
It's pretty creepy.
So
Are you all right?
He steps back in. Did one of you say that to me?
Say what?
I swear when I stepped in there, something whispered in my ear. It said, "What is your resolve?"
Well, that's fairly strange, but considering this seems to be a dungeon run by demons and devils, perhaps not the strangest thing. I step in. Do I hear anything?
The same thing happens to you when you step to the ledge. Again, it feels like there's something like really like right at the back of your neck, like whispering.
Oh,
What is your
yep.
resolve?
That was creepy. All right. Yep.
Reg just back behind him, muttering to himself, "Dungeons, demons, and dragons. This the creepiest thing that's happened to him."
The rough
Goddamn
life for Reg.
Goddamn Jefferson Davis.
Now, the pentagram on the other side of the bridge, is that like a magic kind of sigil kind of thing, or is that like writing in Infernal? Or
It's literally
just a
an
pentagram?
upside down star, kind of point to the bottom, you know the style.
Sure. Okay.
Circle around it. It looks like it's carved into the wall, but it's flaming out of the carving.
Oh, is it? It's flaming.
It is
Right.
flaming.
It's flaming right
Filet
out of that
mignon.
Yes.
Mm. Tasty meat sigil over there.
Right, right.
Okay.
It's a flaming hot
Cheeto.
flaming
Flaming
hot
hot Cheeto.
flaming hot Cheeto sigil.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if we need to use the fire water in this thing in this room or not yet.
I would say it's probably a good room if there were any for it. Although I don't know how helpful it will be. I mean, If you fell into that lava, you're still going to be in that lava.
How
And
long does that
eventually,
stuff? How long does that stuff last?
it's hard to say. My bet is it doesn't last as long as it would take you to get yourself out of that predicament.
Hmm.
Hmm. Let me check my pouch and see if I have anything that could be useful here.
So Reg is going to step forward again. He's going to take the table leg that he's got in
Okay.
his hand. He's going to start. He's going to He's going to lean out and tap a couple of these first few
So
planks.
he leans out, and when with the very first tap of the leg onto the thing, he feels that presence again, and he hears, "Are you afraid?"
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, fellers, if it's asking about resolve, actually, let me verify this first. Can I take a step up, take my place up there and hear this?
He's gonna get the
Yeah,
creepy
you
whisper
hear
next.
the same thing that the others have heard.
Is this whole ASMR thing where it gives you the chills?
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ugh,
You feel like the tingle in the top of your head.
Asking about resolve, we just need to believe in what we're trying to do. I believe Torm will protect me through this. I need to get to the other side, and that's what I'm gonna do. There's a bridge right here.
All right. So, what is Brundy gonna do?
Take a deep breath, look at the other side, think slight prayer to Torm to himself, and then just actually start walking across the bridge.
All right. You start walking across the bridge. You're strutting across the bridge. Ooh, it's a little shaky. You're going. Ooh, that seems like Brundy's crossed.
Yeah, the bridge
Well, I'll
works.
be.
I mean, it was hot. There's jets coming down, and it swung and everything. But yeah, he went across fairly quickly too.
What is that old saying in that book? Fear is the mind killer, something like that.
At this point, Reg is just turned around and what the fuck?
Well, what is my resolve? I believe there are secrets, great mysteries to this strange universe, and it is my duty to understand them. And that is my resolve. And I strut across the bridge.
Okay. So Aepheus kind of puffs
Hey,
his stuff out a little bit, and he just kind of starts strutting across the bridge. Once
I
again, it's kind of swaying and stuff. There's, but well, damned if he didn't get all the way across. Okay, so Brundy and Aepheus have gotten across the bridge. They're
mm-hmm.
standing on the other side of the ledge near the burning symbol. Reginald.
So it's what, about 30 yards or 30
No,
feet?
no, it's not even that bad. It's only about 20 feet.
Okay. So Reg calls over. Does it look like you can get? I guess the ledge over on the other side is big enough for them to both to stand on.
Yeah, just barely.
What about if I come over?
Yeah, you think you'd probably be
Okay.
just enough.
Does it look like we can get through that?
Uh,
I'll take
turn
a look at
around
the
and
pentagram.
inspect at it. Yeah.
Because he's not going to come over until there's a plan.
There is no door. There is, in fact, only it's maybe about 2 foot burning pentagram carved into the stone. It just kind of has flame and smoke coming out of it. No door that you can see. And no further ledge, just the, it doesn't go any further and nothing
Mm-hmm.
nothing beyond.
Can we like push on the wall right there? Or can I push on the wall right there?
Yeah, you push and it just seems like solid wall. I mean, somebody could search if they wanted.
Yeah, I will search.
A little bit of search. Roll an intelligence check.
God
Ooh,
damn.
dang on.
24? What?
44.
Okay.
He found shit that wasn't even there.
So Brunyr is kind of just looking. He's like searching around, like looking at it. He's like, doesn't see nothing. Aepheus is like looking at the wall, and when he touches the wall, he doesn't see it, actually see it, but when he touches the wall, in his mind's eye,
In that mind eye.
in that mind eye,
Ooh.
in his mind's eye, there is a door.
Ah, I see now. Why, the door was here all along.
What are you talking about? There is not a door here.
Ah, but my friend, there is. Look. And I assume I intuitively know how to open the door.
You try to open the door, but it's not quite solid. Almost, but not quite.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think I understand what's going on.
still not seeing a door here.
I think it will reveal itself when Reginald makes his way over here. Oh, Reginald, I think we need you to come over here to proceed.
All right.
Like, so as he's getting ready to step, he kind of straightens himself up and he's
Like-
getting ready
like,
to step.
Just like Chevy Chase in that movie.
Yeah, he's trying to psych himself up, and like just as he's ready to take his first step, again he hears like the weird thing, and it's right in. What is your resolve?
My resolve is to get home, and just starts going.
Okay, so
I
he's
love
like, he starts trudging across the thing. It's shaking, but somehow Reg steps onto the ledge of the other side with resolve. As that happens, the smoke and the flame goes out, and the door appears with the pentagram symbol on it.
Can we?
And
cheat
now it is 100% solid. And I think that right here, gentlemen, is where we're going to call it for now.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Did you guys hear the one about the roof?
The
No.
roof?
I don't know if you get it. It's probably over your head.
Yep.
All that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
So. Seems we have a little bit of a riddle. We'll have to keep note of this and search for continuations in the coming rooms.
Oh, are we going? Are we recording?
Well, we're recording, but I didn't know we were starting, but
I mean, what
you
else are
know,
we doing?
yeah. I guess we probably should let's
Roll a-
see.
roll a
I can
vibe.
do it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I do have to
that's
roll a vibe.
yes, that's
We
how
need
we
to-
should start. We should definitely
We need to
roll a
roll a
vibe.
vibe.
And then Cameron, then once the vibe is rolled, then you can go on with your line and we can begin role playing.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's roll that vibe.
Today's vibe is 240.
Ooh. Once again, right in the middle.
Yeah, what was it last time?
I don't remember.
That's a question for me.
Wasn't it a triple number?
It was 206. Yep.
Maybe it wasn't a triple number. I think we had discussed something about a triple number. So 206, 240. So we're like right in the middle there with the vibe. And it is initiative.
Oh, there's the initiative. Right under the turn check.
I need to make sure this is.
Well, that shit is still broken.
Hey.
Oh, what do we got? Oh no.
What?
Has this thing been up the whole fucking time?
What?
What thing?
Oh, if that
I'll-
is, that's
I mean, the stream isn't up,
irritating.
so we can't watch, so we don't know.
I know. Gosh.
I can tell you what we. The only thing that I can.
No,
see
no,
on
no.
this
It's
thing-
not. It's not for you. It's something on my PC.
Oh.
I hope that
Activate
it
your
hasn't.
Norton antivirus software.
No, it was a. I had to reopen the capture window, and there was a little thing that said do you want to do the jump gate?
Oh.
So, anyway, that is irritating. Hopefully it wasn't, but there's not much we can do about it now. Maybe I can fix it in editing.
Fixed it in post. It's fine.
Fix it in post.
And that is my resolve. And I strut across the bridge.
Okay. So, Aepheus kind of puffs his stuff out a little bit, and he just kind of starts strutting across the bridge. Once again, it's kind of swaying and stuff. There's, but well, damned if he didn't get all the way across.
I got to take a phone call.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
Alright, let me flip my thing back on here so that I can edit this out. Chili.
Oh yeah.
If you want to make chili, it's like the hardest part is like chopping vegetables, literally.
But yeah, one thing with chilling, don't make it with Squatch beer.
Ooh, do not.
Beer.
That was,
I don't even know what that is.
so I made this chili once, and
Well, we gotta back up actually. Dan got this beer called the Squatch.
It was called the Squatch, yes.
And it
No.
was fucking disgusting.
It was I think what it was.
It was so skunky and
It really
undrinkable.
was. It was. It was bad.
It was the true skunk ape beer.
Hmm. It was.
And
It was very high IBU, and it was.
yeah,
It was
so
so
bad.
It was so hoppy.
It was so bad.
Mhm.
So he has got this beer. We can't even drink the beer, but it's one of the days where we're doing. We used to do fucking like 12-hour Saturday marathons of D&D. And we were at Dan's house, and he was making chili. And for some reason,
Put the beer in the chili.
he decided to put a can of that beer in the chili, and
Yeah.
it skunked up that chili, and that chili was inedible. It fucking ruined that whole, just one of those beers. Ruined.
Yep.
Oh, it
It
was
really
so
did.
bad.
Dang.
Damn.
It was nasty.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Bound by fate, three souls unite in the depths of hell.